What's good, everyone? You are tuned into Raggedy Crimes and Chaos, where today's episode is going to make you feel things. I'm your host, and this story is different from our usual content. It's about a dad who brought his 7-year-old son on a burglary. And the son called 911 on him. It's rough, but it's real, and there's a lesson in it. Let's get into this. Alright, so this is Dennis, 34 years old, unemployed for 4 months, factory shut down, savings gone, credit cards maxed. He's living with his mom, sleeping on the couch. His 7-year-old son, Mason, stays with him every other week in the spare bedroom. And Dennis is drowning. His ex-wife texts him, Mason needs new shoes. Again, growing like crazy. Dennis checks his bank account, $127.53. Shoes, minimum $60. Electric bill, $180. Due in 3 days. Car insurance, already 2 weeks late. So Dennis makes a decision. A terrible decision. He's going to rob a house. Just once, he tells himself, just enough to get through this month. Dennis picks up Mason at 8:45 a.m. It's his day with his son. Mason bounces into the car wearing light-up sneakers that are clearly too small. New shoes soon, buddy, Dennis promises. It's okay, Dad. They still work. They don't go to the science museum like Dennis promised. They go to a nice neighborhood Dennis has been watching. The Kowalski House. Nice place. Family posted on Facebook 40 minutes ago. Star Wars marathon with the family. They'll be gone for hours. Mason asks, where are we going? Daddy needs to pick something up from a friend. What friend? Someone from work. You don't work anymore. Dennis grips the steering wheel tighter. This is already going wrong. Dennis picks the lock. Takes 7 minutes. His hands are shaking. Mason's standing right behind him. What are you doing? Picking the lock. Why? Because my friend isn't home. Then why are we here? Just come inside. Stay close to me. Inside, Dennis moves fast. Living room laptop, gaming console. Mason's wandering around. Dad, they have a really cool fish tank. Don't touch anything. Can we get a fish tank? Maybe. We'll talk about it later. Dennis goes upstairs, master bedroom, jewelry box. Mason appears in the doorway. Dad? What, buddy? Is this stealing? Dennis freezes. What? You're taking things that aren't yours. Mrs. Anderson says that's stealing. We learned about it in school. Mrs. Anderson, Mason's teacher, sweet old lady who teaches kindness and honesty. Dennis looks at his son, really looks at him. Two small shoes, confused face, absolute trust. That his dad knows what he's doing. We're leaving, Dennis says suddenly. Right now. Put everything back. Really? Yeah, this was wrong. You're right. They start putting the things back, and that's when Dennis hears Mason's voice downstairs, quiet but clear. Yes, my name is Mason. Mason. My dad is stealing, and I think that's wrong. Dennis runs downstairs. Mason's holding Dennis's phone, the phone Dennis gave him to play with, talking to 911. What are you doing? Calling 911? Mrs. Anderson says that's what you do when someone's doing a crime. Mason, hang up. My dad's name is Dennis Hawkins. We're at... Mason looks around. I don't know the address, but we turned left 3 times from Maple Street. Dennis hears sirens in the distance. Getting closer. How long have you been on the phone? Since we got inside, you left it unlocked. Mrs. Anderson says we should always tell the truth, even when it's hard. Y'all, this 7-year-old called 911 on his own father because his teacher taught him right from wrong. And he loved his dad enough to do the right thing, even though it was hard. That's courage. That's what we should all aspire to. Police arrive. Dennis sits on the porch, hands on his head, watching. Mason's with Officer Rivera, answering questions calmly. And you called 911 yourself? Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Anderson taught us about emergencies. Officer Rivera asks for Mason's address. He rattles it off perfectly. Then adds, we live in the blue house. My dad keeps stuff from other robberies in the garage behind the tool chest. Dennis drops his head into his hands. His son just confessed to multiple crimes on his behalf. As they cuff Dennis, Mason looks worried. I'm sorry, Dad, but stealing is wrong. Dennis's voice is gentle. You did the right thing, buddy. Really? Really, I'm proud of you. Even though I called the police on you? Especially because you called the police on me. Can we just appreciate what happened here? A 7-year-old had more moral courage than his father. He knew it would hurt. He knew his dad might go to jail, but he did it anyway. Because Mrs. Anderson taught him that doing the right thing matters more than doing the easy thing. And honestly, that's beautiful. That's painful, but it's beautiful. Dennis gets 18 months, gets out in 15 with good behavior. While he's in jail, Mason writes him letters every week in crayon. Updates about school, Mrs. Anderson's lessons, their new fish tank. The puffer fish's name is Justice. One letter says, because justice is important. Mrs. Anderson helped me pick it. Dennis keeps every letter. When Dennis gets out, Mason's waiting with his mom. Dad? Mason runs over. His shoes fit now. Dennis gives him a book. Great moments in moral courage for kids. Mrs. Anderson recommended it, Dennis says. Mason hugs him tight. I already read it. It's in our classroom. Of course it is. As they walk to the car, Mason holds Dennis's hand. Dad? Yeah, buddy. Are you going to do crimes again? No, never again. Promise? Promise. You know why? Because I've got a son who's brave enough to do the right thing even when it's hard. And I need to be the kind of dad who deserves that. So, what have we learned from today's Raggedy crime? Lesson 1. Kids are watching. They are learning from you. Make sure you're teaching them the right things. Sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same thing. Do it anyway. Teachers like Mrs. Anderson are heroes. They're shaping the next generation's moral compass. This story could have ended with Dennis in prison and Mason in foster care. Instead, it ended with a father learning from his son, with a family getting a second chance. Because a 7-year-old had the courage to do what his father couldn't. Alright, that's it for today's episode of Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. This one hit different, I know. But sometimes the Raggedy crimes teach us the most important lessons. Tomorrow, we're back to regular chaos. We're talking about a woman who used GPS to navigate to every single burglary she committed. And her phone recorded it all. All of it. It's peak digital stupidity, and you won't want to miss it. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and teach your kids well. You are tuned out of Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. I'm out.